Forward Progress Show. I am your host, Deanna Brown. We're here with season 2. This is our first episode, and I am so excited that we have creative dreamers who are becoming authentic artists. We're going to start with our co-host here, Miss Jay Turner. Welcome back.
Thank you, Deanna. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so excited for season 2.
I know, right?
So, who do we have today?
We have Brandon Little, the comedian. I'm so excited that you're here. He's gonna get Arrow tattoos soon.
Oh, right.
Because he is the original Arrow. Yeah. And our newest Arrow, Miss Tyler Hartgrove. Welcome to the family.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you are so welcome. Listen, y'all, I'm ready to get started. Oh, and this is my new book. You can't purchase it yet.
Anywhere.
But this was my Christmas present. You can go on Instagram, hashtag Grandson Antics, and you can find our Grandson Antics also on Facebook. And it is just some feel-good moments that I have talking about my grandchildren. You know, and some are very encouraging.
Not that page.
Not this page.
That was just funny.
And there's a bunch of funny ones. But you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram at hashtag Grandson Antics. If you're ever feeling down and you need to pick me up, this is the way to go.
Type that in the search bar.
Type it in the search bar. Speaking of Grandson Antics, I want to jump right into baby Brandon. Let me tell y'all, I'm going to put up that video. I'm going to send the link. I first heard of baby Brandon's antics.
Does he want to be called baby Brandon?
Does he?
No, he said his new name is Big Brandon.
Oh, Big Brandon.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
bad.
And I was
Big
like,
Brandon.
I said, well, who does that make me? He was like, Bigger Brandon. I was like, yo, come here. Don't do that.
He's a 5-year-old comedian.
Yeah.
And my favorite video of baby Brandon was when we first. Yeah. Oh, Big Brandon. Sorry, Big Brandon. Big Brandon. Maybe he was 2 when he did Rosa Parks.
I think he's probably 4.
He was probably 4. We're gonna cut to that Rosa Parks video later on in this show. Is gonna have you rolling on the floor, and I'm not gonna give it away, okay? But tell me about this little guy. He is doing his own thing nowadays, right?
Yeah, he is doing this. He's doing it big. He surprises me every day. Actually, we had a parent-teacher conference last week. And it was right after the Martin Luther King and everything else and Black History Month. And he found out at school that Martin Luther King was shot.
Oh.
Teacher said that he went crazy. Like, he was like, no, you can't shoot him. And so we had to talk to him afterward, like, hey, man, it's okay. It's all right.
It happened 35 years ago.
It happened a long time.
Maybe 40.
It just happens for him. It just
Yes,
happens.
because they little people.
Yeah, because Martin Luther King was just alive. Like 5 minutes ago in his head. The teacher just killed Martin Luther King in his head, so he had to express it.
Can I say I'm proud of your school for letting them know that he was shot? I read a story back in the day when I was working with kids about how Martin Luther King had passed away, and I had a little boy 5 years old said to him, no, he was killed. They murdered him. I was like, listen, you're not wrong. They just felt like that wasn't appropriate for your age to say it that way. But this little boy was not having it. He needed all those other kids to know that he was murdered. He was assassinated. He was not just.
They are changing up history the way that they're explaining the
history.
history.
The fact that he knows that he was shot, and you know, for the cause, that's good though. Just continue to encourage that, because them kids that day, if that boy didn't stand up and was like, no,
it's gonna.
They would just thought he died. He passed away.
I just found out he got shot. Just tell me straight up. Wow. Tell me from the get-go.
So, we are in Black History Month coming up, right?
Yes.
Oh, see, Black History. What does it mean to you?
Ooh, Tyler.
That's a deep question, right, Tyler?
Yeah,
Ooh.
right off the bat.
What's the Black History? What's Black History?
Black history is important, especially in this time with what's going on now. It's important to recognize and shine a light on our history, because a lot of people, you know, want to point out people are taking our culture, that our culture is being erased. And so I love Black History Month because it's a way to even let the young people know who want to shout out that Martin Luther King was murdered.
Right.
Like, where some of the things that you are celebrating now, where it comes from. So that's why I love celebrating Black History Month.
I do too, because you get to learn about so many more Black heroes, African American, Negro, whichever one you want to call us, whichever one we want to call us.
Exactly. I'm about to say, you let you know.
Sorry. But it does give. It does give you more information that, like, we know about Harriet Tubman, we know about Martin Luther King, but there are so many more. We're going to have a list up. There are so many more people that you had no idea. Go for it.
Yeah, I was going to say, not just Black History Month, but when she said that, it reminded me that this year was the first year we kind of celebrated Kwanzaa, and my kids are really little, and I'm going to make that a thing. Wow. I just thought Kwanzaa was like, but now I know it's an African-American holiday, so I'm like, oh, bet. And then plus, I saw this meme, and maybe this is the wrong mindset, but however you get started, you get started. It was like, what are you supposed to be doing that awkward moment between Christmas and New Year's? That week, you're just kind of like,
that makes sense.
I'm not at work.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for New Year's, but we go celebrate. So we gonna have Christmas, Kwanzaa,
turn up,
New Year.
Yeah.
I said maybe just trying to have more parties and presents isn't the best mindset, but we're gonna learn, you know, Umoja, Imani, all that, and then that's gonna be our new thing. Our kids are gonna grow up on Kwanzaa.
There's
and more African American history.
A man, Baba Andor, I hope I'm saying it right, where he taught and he teaches this African American history, and he teaches about Kwanzaa. And I was fortunate to go to an event where he was there, and he had the table laid out and what every candle meant. Yeah. So if you get an opportunity to go by one of those places, you know, they have the African outlet stores and things like that, and it really teaches you. It teaches us our culture, but it teaches other people our culture too, because Kwanzaa is not just an African American holiday for African Americans to celebrate. You can invite your other culture family members.
Right.
Did I say that right?
I think so.
Because we multicultural in our family.
Right.
So some of y'all can't celebrate Kwanzaa?
No,
we all can. So
everybody.
it's not just African American.
I think it's not that it's just African American, but I don't know that that's what that.
I don't know.
But the fact that it is something, like you're saying, we need to, people are taking our culture now and things like that. It's like, you need to appreciate and make sure that you know about your own culture before you, like, you can't holler cultural appropriation. You don't even celebrate Juneteenth. Do you know what it is? Okay. You know what I'm saying? So Kwanzaa is like, oh, that's something I should be at least knowledgeable about, and not just like, oh.
If you waving your flag.
Yeah. I'm not waving my flag, but just as an African American, that's something I should. Joyous Kwanzaa. Didn't know, if you're Black, you say joyous Kwanzaa. If you're someone else like saying happy holidays, then you say happy. Oh no, you say joyous Kwanzaa, and then if you're not, dang it, I don't know enough about it. I think it's like emoja. It's something, a little phrase you say.
So we're going to cut the part out that you don't know, Leo.
No, we're going to put that in there, and if someone's going to comment, let me know. And then next week, I'm going to let y'all know what I know. This is a learning opportunity.
It's a dialogue.
Together.
I got you.
That's what I said. It is a dialogue.
It is a dialogue.
Black History Month for me is bigger than just, or you say bigger, but it's my history.
Yeah.
It's not just it's my personal history.
Ooh, that's good.
And so
you are Black history.
Yeah, I was blessed to be able to grow with my father and know my grandfather. So I took the time to know my history, and my Black history is amazing. And so
your Black is beautiful.
My Black is beautiful, and so is yours.
Yeah.
And so it's like taking that opportunity, not just to learn about the people we already know about, because sometimes I just talked to my dad and got information. I'm 33.
I know.
So it's like, I knew about Martin Luther King before I knew about my dad's growing up. So let me get back to my father, find out what his history is, so I can know more about my history.
It is amazing. I just had a great uncle pass away not too long ago. He was 95 years old. And so he passed between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Thanksgiving, he drove himself to the Thanksgiving party. He was chilling. I had a long conversation with him. Found out this dude was in the National Negro Baseball League.
Oh,
yeah, and his name was Big Win Carpenter. But yeah, so.
And that's in your family.
In my family.
That's
and there's a lot more people in my family. It's like, wow, these people are in our families and they're doing great things. And so to know your history, celebrate it now. We have some stuff in our families that we want to forget.
Right.
We probably can't forget it, but we won't talk about it or celebrate it as much.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's some stuff. Everybody has
Everybody family got closets. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, Brandon.
But sometimes you gotta clean up the closet. You clean up the house. So
there you go.
Yeah, it's time to take out the old stuff, put in the new.
Well, for our Black History moment, what I want to do today is, I don't know if this poem is by an African American or not, but the way that I learned about this poem is through one of my favorite teachers, T.D. Jakes, and he tells us, he's my friend on Facebook and Twitter. Shout out T.D. He tells this story about how his mom gave him this poem to learn, and the poem is called Equipment, and basically it's going to talk about how you have the same equipment as everybody else. And Tyler will do that poem for us right after this commercial break. So come back with us and we'll see you just in a few minutes. This is Deanna Brown with the Forward Progress Show. We'll see you in a moment.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tyler Hargrove, and I have words of encouragement with a poem called Equipment by Edgar Guest, first heard on TD Jakes. Figure it out for yourself, my lad. You've had all the greatest of men have had. 2 arms, 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, and a brain to use if you would be wise. With all this equipment, they all began. So start for the top and say, I can. Look them over, the wise and great. They take their food from a common plate. And similar knives and forks they use. With similar laces, they tie their shoes. The world considers them to be brave and smart. But you've all they've had when they made their start. You can triumph and come to skill. You can be great only if you will. You're well equipped for the fight you choose. You have legs and arms and a brain to use. And the man who has risen, great deeds to do, began his life with no more than you. You are the handicap you must face. You are the one who must choose your place. You must say where you want to go, how much you will study the truth to know. God has equipped you for life, but he lets you decide what you want to be. Courage must come from the soul within. The man must furnish the will to win. So figure it out for yourself, my lad. You were born with all the great you have had. With your equipment, they all began. Get a hold of yourself and say, yes, I can.
And welcome back to the Forward Progress Show. Oh my God, see, I'm telling you, that was a beautiful poem by Tyler Hargrove. And let me tell you this. So Tyler is working with us at Forward Progress on our 4 reels, and she's an amazing actress. And we were just sitting here chatting while we were on the break, and Jade asked Tyler, has Deanna, what was the question, Jade?
No, Brandon started this. He was like, did you know this poem before? Did you know you have to do it? And the basics of it is, she heard Deanna moment. And a Deanna moment is just when Deanna's like, here, do this thing, and now, action. And you just gotta kind of be on. You remember the first episode that I was the co-host on? That was a Deanna moment. And so she's had a few Deanna moments, and Tyler was telling us about a different moment, I guess, where her Deanna moments helped you out in this situation?
Yeah, I've only had a few Deanna moments prior to this situation.
You really did.
But it's really a whole purpose of if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
That's it. Say it again.
If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
In season and out of season. For those Bible speakers. Okay, go ahead.
But previously, I went to a table read that I was not supposed to be at because I did not receive the email that I was supposed to receive, but I showed up anyway, and I'm there waiting on the table read, and I was just told, oh no, yours is next week. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just stay on set for a bit anyways, and I'll help out. And my friend Katina, she goes, okay, yeah, that's fine. You could be the production assistant.
Katina Thomas from Gabby's Hacienda. Check her out. She's good.
And so I'm like, okay, that's great. I get a production assistant credit then. And throughout the rest of the day after the table read, they discovered that one of their characters for the episode, she's not answering calls, she's not returning text messages, so they need to fill in that spot.
Shady. They fired.
It may or may not have been a situation. We digress.
Well, first Katina hands the script to one of her friends that's next to her. She's like, I need you to play this role. Her friend is like, oh, I'm not really an actor, but, I'll do it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, we'll get set up for that. And then Katina looks at me, and she goes, Tyler. And I was like, yes. And she's like, I need you to play this role. I was like, what? I had my small moment. I was like, I don't have any makeup. I don't have any clothes for this. I don't know the lines. But I was like, okay, whatever. You asked me, I'll do it.
So and you just fired this other girl in front of me, so you
cut.
Right. You real. So
you cut her.
I ran to Marshall's to get me some clothes for the role. I ran to Ulta to get me some makeup. And then I came back, and I sat down, and I read over my script, so I had the lines ready, and then I just went to work.
Killed it. See, that's what I'm talking about.
I think everybody, like, Deanna is like all of our moms.
Yes.
And so I think every mama has that mama moment, like, hey, they know how to do this. My mama did it at church.
Yeah.
She's like, they don't have nobody play the drums. Come play. You seen somebody play the drums before. Come play the drums. Whole service was off. Whole service was off.
All I'm saying is that's how you do it.
Yeah.
See, I'm in good. That's I'm in
That's
good
how
company.
Mary did Jesus, right?
That's how Mary did
I
Look at
Jesus.
him make this wine.
But
Yeah.
Jesus knew how to make. He knew how to make wine.
Jesus never
How
made
you
no wine
know?
before that day.
He might have been making his mama some wine.
Right, right. Because you know she had to run for like 2 years. And he's like, yo, it's a lot, Lord. I need some grapes or something. Just keep them in the cooler for a
Out here
while.
like, Mama, I got you.
Yeah, just give me some more. Jesus, use the water that you used the
I
last
got it.
time, Lord. I got this. Yeah.
So, in case you
Mamas,
haven't noticed
sisters.
or I haven't said,
I'm a mama. I can't just
Brandon
throw
is a
mamas under the bus like
comedian,
that.
and I can't stop laughing. You are too much.
I'm a mama.
Let me ask
Yeah.
y'all this question. We're gonna switch up gears just a little bit, because
That was me switching.
in this industry, entertainment industry, no matter what you do, behind the scenes, in front of the camera, you got family involved, right? Married with children, single, no children, right?
Single, no children.
Yeah, single, no
Oh,
children.
new relationship.
Oh wait, new
I
relationship.
forgot already.
Cut that part out.
Ah,
So we want to know about the dating
Right.
life, and so married with children, right? You two, no dating life outside
what?
of your spouses.
Whoa, yeah,
Outside.
for real. though.
Oh, okay.
Married life ain't no. We just at the
dates.
house doing nothing.
Okay, well tell.
most
We
of
be
the
out
time,
here,
'cause my kids
yeah.
are real little, but
mine
you know,
too,
that's neither
but
here
yeah.
nor there.
But when I have a babysitter,
Exactly. Let me get a babysitter.
though, let me get 2 of them because my
right,
kids is
because I got
real.
more than one. Yeah.
And they know.
If I can get a babysitter and a
Right.
half.
But
Yeah,
Yeah.
so tell us about.
We ain't been on
sad.
dates.
It's
They
pretty
haven't been
sad.
on dates in years. So tell us how is it dating now in 2000 and what are we at?
that's sad.
2019. Woo.
It's still trash. I just got lucky.
Yes.
But I don't have the words for it. It's
Swipe. You got to swipe to
yeah,
date
there's
now.
swiping. I
I
had to
everybody
delete
on
that whole-
Tinder.
Yeah.
I was on Tinder.
See?
Okay, the
I
last
found
time
my
she asked
ex.
was like, no.
I found my ex on Tinder, and that was
see
awful.
that her-
Most
ex
people
was
find
on
their
Tinder.
exes on Tinder.
Yeah,
now.
and
Yeah.
it tends to
I
be
know.
awful. Like
Because
I've
it's
never
Tinder,
heard of
so it
anyone
tends
getting
to
married
be.
from Tinder.
Yeah.
I should have did eHarmony.
Okay.
But black people meet something like that. I don't know.
Blackmeat.com.
You said it's trash out there, so it's like.
Yeah, but it's just a lot of
Stop
people
going to the
think
junkyard to
like
find
the
your man.
same people want the same
don't know if Tinder's
thing, and
the
so
same.
they
Yeah.
like go into a relationship with the same mentality and the same effort or lack of effort that they had from their previous relationship, because they're like, oh, all you females think the same way, and so I'm not gonna do this or I'm gonna do this. And it's just
Yeah.
okay.
It's hard work, huh?
It is, but I got really lucky.
Okay.
So far,
So far,
really
so
lucky.
good.
We're only a couple months in, but he's different from the previous guys that I've dated. So
And where did
it's
you meet
a
him?
breath of fresh. Where or when?
Where?
At work.
Okay. Work is good because that means you got something in common.
A job. No,
Hello.
That's a good one. You know.
Check one, yeah. Yeah, you got real
Met him
lucky.
at work, and
Okay.
it
Well,
was just sweet from the start.
Oh.
So.
see, there's hope out there. There's still good guys out there in the world. Not all of them are taken. Brandon Little, Yvette Little. So, you two, you get to date still in your married lives and go on dates and get babysitters and
yeah,
things
when
like
I
that.
get babysitters, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, you see how real it just got?
It
You called your
did.
mama bro.
Okay.
That's real. Yeah.
Well, the world don't know she's my mother, but like, you
Oh.
know, you babysit. If I can get
I will.
No, not at all. But if I get a babysitter and I got some milk in the freezer, we can go to the movies. We can go eat. And what's really changed though, which is really, it's only because our kids are really small. So when we do go on dates, we find ourselves doing really simple, normal things. Like we went to the store and it's like, look how fast we can get out the car. We ain't got no car seats. Woo! We was living high on the hog. But like that,
Right.
that's just because my
Right.
kids are 8 months and 2 years old.
Okay.
But like when our anniversary and stuff like that, we got to go and do really like nice things, fun things. But at this moment, I got to do whatever I can do in 2 hours before I got to pump or feed a baby, nursing.
You
go
focus on
breastfeed.
your little parenting
Yeah,
part. That's
so,
a good
but
thing.
it's not like, oh, you're married now, you don't get to have dates, and y'all never, it's boring. No.
You get to go out when you
Y'all
get a
said
babysitter. I get
No,
a babysitter.
You said it with the way you asked. Y'all
Right.
y'all don't
Y'all
go
don't
on
go on
dates.
dates.
It was real shady.
Right,
And we
right.
said, hold on.
Right. Because I get a babysitter.
Okay.
And me and my wife, we go home and go to sleep.
Okay.
I didn't pay $50 to get
To get a
3
nap?
hours. of rest.
All
yeah.
right.
You know, that's
So I
pretty good.
don't
That's
come in
pretty
my
good.
life.
That's
Oh,
pretty
no, we
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello.
Okay.
So you guys, your life updates, that was pretty good. So your life updates, married with children, everybody's dating.
Thank you.
Everybody. We out here.
dating.
I'm gonna go on a date. Okay, everybody dating, but life is good though. You know, we were talking about the quote, "The struggle is real."
Right.
Is it?
I depend.
If you in the struggle, it's real. Like it's
Yeah.
not like
But it's,
I
the
guess-
struggle doesn't last forever.
it doesn't.
And everybody
And the
has
struggle
different
could be worse.
struggles.
The struggle is temporary.
Yeah.
That's my
dope.
new word.
Ooh,
Temporary
put it
struggle.
on the t-shirt list.
What's going on? Brandon Little, you're a comedian. Let's laugh. We were talking a little bit earlier about being married. Like I said, I go out on dates. We have fun. Me and my wife, we have fun. We have tremendous amounts of fun. My wife, we have so much fun. She's like, oh my God, like, I hope that we're married in heaven. And I was like, what kind of heaven? Listen, when we got married, I said, till death do we part. And I meant that. That was, I'm not about to go to heaven and take out trash. I don't want to go to heaven to be answering, where you been? What's her name? Mary, Jesus' mother. So what I'm saying is, enjoy your now. Enjoy the moments that you have with your family, with your spouses, with your loved ones, because this is what you have. So make the best of it and laugh every day. Thank you.
And welcome back to the Forward Progress Show. Oh my God, my gut is busted with all this laughing. This has been such a fun show. I just really, really want to tell you guys how much I appreciate y'all. What you don't know out there is that these young people, I call them young, but they are troopers, and they come out to the studio and they do whatever they have to do and get the thing done. And our motto is encouraging creative dreamers to become authentic artists.
There you go.
And Brandon is one of my favorite dreamers. You know why, Brandon? Because you have this can-do attitude. I know I put you on the spot a lot, but Brandon has been in our play. He's done stand-up comedian. He's now going into publishing. We'll be publishing very soon. He's a writer, a filmmaker. You're an amazing young man, and I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
And so I'm so glad to have you on the Forward Progress team. You are an arrow forever for life, right?
Hell,
Get it
hell,
tatted.
See, y'all think I'm playing.
in my
And-
heart.
I'm afraid of needles.
That's why mine is in my heart.
See? And then Miss Jade, thank you so much for being our co-host this
I don't know if that's the
season.
right thing
It's
to
going to be, I don't know if you can do that.
I don't know
It's
either.
going to be a fun season with all the different people. I don't know if we're going to laugh as much, but we're going to have a good time.
We will.
And my very, very new arrow, Miss Tyler Hartgrove, it has been a pleasure working with you. We've only been, 2 weeks? This is our second weekend.
So far, yes.
You are an amazing actress.
Thank you so much.
I put you on the spot a couple of times, huh?
Yeah.
But I think that for me, it is definitely that this encourages me. I'm able to say, hey guys, let's do this, and you guys are on it. I send some emails. I might miss some emails.
I missed some emails. I gotta do better.
You always do.
I don't even check my
It takes up a lot of storage
It
space on
does,
your phone. So I'm like,
because-
turn this off.
Yeah.
The point.
I want people to know.
But it
that's
does.
That's what's killing
That's
the
what's
iPhone.
My
It's
cloud's
the
been
email.
raining because it's getting smaller.
It is. You have to update. But it really, for me, is an opportunity to see you guys flourish. And it is an opportunity for me to be here on the show, but to talk to you guys and get to learn more about you and what interests you. It is so many people in the world that are watching you right now that are just like you. And they're like, I want to do that. I want to play football. Hey, she's a female football player, by the way. Well, shout out. Brandon's little daughter's going to play football.
That's awesome.
I want to be a
His wife
That's-
is on the fence.
I know, right? But there's
mother,
so
so am I.
many young and older people that are out there. They have these ideas in their head and like, I want to do that. But look at you. You stepped up to the plate and you're actually doing it. And was it everything that you thought it would be and more?
Oh, it's definitely more.
Okay, that's a good answer.
More for sure.
More?
Yes, but it's worth the work.
It is.
Yeah.
It's work. That's the key. This thing, acting, comedy, everything about entertainment is work. You see, you see the glamour, the red carpet. You see the finished product.
Right.
But you don't know the work that has to go into it and to be ready in season and out of season. And how did you say it earlier?
if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Okay.
I have a whole
But
YouTube channel.
That's it. It's a whole thing. So we have to, that's the end of my speech, y'all. Because I can get really, really excited. I want to dedicate this show to my mom, Miss Eleanor Brown, and also to my friend, Miss Gracie Kelly, who has gone on to be with the Lord. She's a beautiful inspiration to me on this show. She has really helped me. She put jewelry on me, and she's our board president's mom, but she's gone on, and she was a delight. You know, so it's people like that that encourage you and say, you can do it, you can do it, but you can do it. Keep those people in your life. That's those people who, when you say the struggle is real, but you can do it, those are the ones. Those are the ones. So we're gonna leave you with this, as always. Anybody, any last words?
Never let fear stop your success. Never let.
Love it.
Never be so scared of success that it stops you as well. Always pursue. Get off the fence.
Get off the fence.
At least sit down on the other side of the fence. You know, make your way to
You're
the
blocking
dugout.
the view if you're not gonna go over.
Right, right. Either play or get out the way is what we're trying to say.
Last words.
I have none. This, no words. This is my word would be actually this. If we were gonna title this episode, it could be called Deanna Moments. I feel like this is a Deanna moment. You put us all on the spot and said, action. Go for your Deanna moments. Keep your Deannas in your life. Those who give you those moments.
Oh, thank you.
Just in time for Mother's Day. Yeah.
We should save it.
Last words.
Last words would be to go the extra mile because it's never crowded.
Oh.
You better tell them about it. And my last words are, you can go from dream to screen, page to stage, and you can make forward progress at any age. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and have a wonderful 2019. Thank you guys for coming.
That was
Great.
I know.
If you tell everybody that, everybody going the extra mile. And
Yeah,
then
it's gonna be
there.
crowded. It's like,
It's not
Go the
because extra.
mile.
don't nobody want to walk 2 miles. Though.
Now we gotta go 3.
Right, because somebody
And
else.
now
don't
you
think
said right now I gotta go 4.
Are we still recording? Cut the mics off.
Now
Now we gotta go
4.
10 miles. This is just,
God dang it! You know what?
just keep adding.
You know what? But it's gonna get better.